Hi, I'm Sarah Saman. I'm an ASU student and a fine art digital photography major. So in this presentation, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself as an artist. I'm a photographic artist. I create work that probes the boundaries of the natural and the spiritual world. And like many photographers, I've learned that I use my art as a means of self-discovery. One important aspect of my work is that I have learned to focus my camera inwards and use myself as a conduit for the story that I hope to discover. Now, this can be a very uncomfortable process because the narratives that we construct to define ourselves often break apart when we probe too deeply. And by drawing on myself as a subject, I am also exploring the ways that cultures and worlds can merge inside of one person, spinning off shards of visions and creating unexpected juxtapositions. Like many people, I am of mixed ethnicity. I'm half English and half Egyptian. And when I was growing up, that was very uncommon and not seen as something to be appreciated or explored. And so through my self-portraiture now, I'm learning to explore this dichotomy and what it means to be neither one nor the other and to not quite fit in. A little bit more about me. I spent nearly 30 years as a cardiologist, including working through the first 2 years of the global pandemic. I'm also a yoga and mindfulness teacher, and that informs much of my work. Further, horses are also an integral part of my life, and they are incredibly intuitive, emotional creatures, and having that connection with horses informs much of my work as well. Ultimately, I want to bring awareness and integration of the humanities to medical education. So I'll go through my images that I'd like to share with you and tell you that my work often explores the idea of seeing and being seen. Now, we're often identified by features that are external that can be misinterpreted or perhaps considered characteristic of qualities that we don't in fact hold. The eyes are one of the ways that people attempt to gain access to the soul in the person, but like many of us, there's a guard at the entrance, and being seen is not so easy. And that's one thing I discovered as I looked through my images, that there was this guardedness. This is one of my more recent works, and I didn't know exactly what I was creating. It was a vision that I had in my mind, but it turns out there is a Welsh tale of the grey mare, who is a ghostly form, who appears at the end of the harvest and the beginning of deep winter. And so this legend, I am part Welsh, and that kind of inadvertently surfaced in my work. As the seer, I also have learned to probe not only myself, but perhaps others and other conditions. We don't always know what the other person might be seeing. And in this image, also one of my recent works, I take on my dog's eyes. So as a woman, we are often the hunted, but in taking on my dog's eyes, I am now the huntress. Thank you so much for listening to my talk, and if you would like to reach me, there's several different ways you can do so.